Hello guys, welcome to GR Grace Creations. My name is Grace, and if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that whenever I post new content you get notified. For the returning subscribers, thanks for the love. So today we are going to make a skirt, and it is also my first time making a skirt, and we are going to go ahead and make it together. So for the requirements, you're going to need yarn. Today I'm using this color, Winter King brand. It is a 4-ply acrylic. Sorry, it is a 4-ply and it is 100% acrylic. And it is a medium weight yarn. You can use whichever yarn that you have. If you're using the thin yarn, you can double your strands in order to achieve the medium weight. And then you are going to need a tape measure for taking your waist measurement. Now you are going to measure your upper waist just above the navel. You are going to measure your upper waist, and the number that you get is the number we are going to work with. And you are going to need stitch markers, 2 stitch markers. It is not a must, but you are going to need them. You are going to need a darning needle for weaving in your ends. You are going to need scissor. And you are going to need a hook, and today I'm using a 2.5mm hook. So first of all, we are going to start with the waistband, and for the waistband you are going to make a slip knot. I have a video of how you can make a slip knot, so you can go to my videos and check how to make a slip knot. After making your slip knot, you're going to go ahead and chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. After making your 13 chains, this is about 2 inches tall. And if you want a bigger waistband, you can go ahead and add more chains. If you want a thinner waistband, you can reduce the chains. So we have our 13 chains, and we are going to go into the second chain from the hook. So this is the first chain, just where the hook is. This is the first chain, and this is the second chain, and that is where we are going to work our single crochet. You are going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through all. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull yarn over, pull through all. That is how you make single crochet. And you are going to go ahead and make single crochets until the end of the row. So we have just worked our last single crochet, and you should be having a total of 12 single crochets by the end of the row. And we are moving to row 2. You are going to chain 1, turn your work, and we are going to make single crochets back loop only. So when you look at your work, there is this stitch here, but we are not going to work into this stitch. Instead, we are going to go into the upper side and go into this stitch here. This is the back loop. That is where we are going to work our single crochets. So you are going to insert your hook and make a single crochet back loop only. And this is where you are going to work your last single crochet of the row. And you should be having a total of 12 single crochets, back loop of only. Chain 1 to start a new row, then turn your work. And we are going to repeat row 2. You are going to make single crochets, back loop only, until the end of the row. And your work should not be too tight, it should be a bit loose, so that you have an easy time working in the back loop. When starting a new row, you must chain 1 like that, turn your work, and repeat row 2. Chain 1, turn your work, and repeat row 2 by making single crochets, back loop only. So whenever you're starting a new row, you must chain 1 and turn your work. Just remember that. And you are going to go ahead and repeat row 2 by working 1 single crochet, back loop only, until you have the exact measurement for your waist, the number that you got. So if you're working with a waist of 30, like I'm working with the waist of 30, you're going to go ahead and make 1 single crochet, back loop only, until when you measure, it is going to be at 30 inches, your exact waist measurement. So I'm going to go ahead and work mine off camera, and I'll meet you once I'm done with my waistband. So I've gone ahead and worked my row, my waistband, and this is how it looks. It has this rib defect, which is beautiful, that is created by working your single crochets in the back loop only. And when I measure it, it is about 14 inches, but it can stretch up to 15. That is okay with me. Now this is measuring it while it is folded. As you can see, it is folded. Yeah. So when I measure it while folded, it is about 14.5 inches actually. It is around 14.5 inches, and that is enough for me. So we are going to join the two ends together. You are going to you are going to place them like this. After placing them like this, I'm just going to insert my hook in this corner right here and insert it into this loop and pull like that. After pulling, After that, I'm going to turn my work like this. I'm going to turn my work, and then without making a single crochet or anything, I'm going to go back into the first loop, into the first stitch here, sorry, to the first stitch, insert my hook and align it with the first stitch this side like that, and make a single crochet like that. Insert into the second stitch and insert into the second stitch of the other side and make a single crochet, yeah, like that. Go to the next and align it, align the stitches and make single crochet. And I'm just going to do that while hiding this yarn here, so that we don't have to weave it in when we are done. And that is how you join the two ends together. So you're going to make sure that you have a total of 12 single crochets while joining your work, so that the ends can align well, like mine like mine is. After that, now this is how the back side looks like, the place we have just joined, and this is how the front part looks like. This is the side that will be on our front, will be on the outside, sorry. So you're just going to turn your work like that, so that this ridge that we have created here with the single crochet is on the inner part, on the inside, and this, so we are going to work our work while this side is on the inside. After that, you're going to insert your hook. After turning your work, you're going to insert your hook into the loop, and we are going to make single crochets, and we are going to make single crochets all around our waistband. So you are just going to go into this, where we have just worked this, where we have just joined. We are going to go there and place one single crochet, and you're going to place one single crochet in each and every row. Until the end of into every stitch, sorry, you're going to place single crochet into every stitch in every row, like we are doing. And you're going to do that until you come back here, and I'll meet you once you're here, so that I can show you what to do next. So I'm coming to the end of my row and I'm going to work one single crochet into that row, and after that, instead of going ahead and joining these single crochets with a slip stitch, we are going to yarn over and we are going to place one double crochet on top of that single crochet to finish our row like that. And we are going to go ahead and make one single crochet into each and every stitch, sorry, one double crochet, not single crochet. We are going to go ahead and make one double crochet into each and every stitch until the end of the row. So after making my my single crochet, this is how my work looks like. And you're going to go ahead and place one single crochet. So you're just going to place one single crochet on top of one double crochet, sorry. You're going to place one double crochet on top of the single crochets that we made until the end of the row, and I'll meet you once we are back here to show you what to do next. So I'm coming to the end of my row, and this is how my work looks like. And we're just going to go ahead and place one double crochet like that. So this is where we started, and we are back where we started. This is how my work is looking like. And you'll see why I'm making my work like this without joining with a slip stitch. After working a couple of rows, you'll see why. And for row 2, because we have just started row 2, for row 2 you are going to go ahead and repeat row 1. You're going to make double crochets all around, and we'll meet back here. So I'm at the end of row 2, and we are starting row 3. So you can see my work. The reason why I'm working in rounds and not joining, is because I don't want my skirt to have a seam line. The line that, yeah, I don't want my skirt to have a seam line. That is why we are working in rounds. And it will be more clearer when we have worked a couple of rows. And you're just going to go ahead and place one double crochet like we have been doing. And you are going to do that until you have this row 3. We have started row 3 until you have 5 rows of no increase at all, just repetition of row 1. You're going to do that until you have 5 rows, and I'll meet you back so that we can start making our increases. So I'm at the end of row 5, and this is how my work looks like. So we are going to start making our increase. You're going to place your work like this so that the seam, this part that we joined, is in the middle. And if you want to check whether it is in the middle, you can measure. You will put your tape, you will measure with your tape measure. Mine is 14. My waistband is 14 inches, and the middle, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. So my seam is just in the middle here, where I want it to be. So after putting your work like this, where your seam is in the middle, you are going to mark these 2 sides. You are going to put your stitch markers, because this is the size we are going to make our increase for the hips. So you are going to put your stitch marker. I'm going to put mine in that corner, and put the other one in this corner, so that we know the points where we'll be making our increases, like that. And then you're going to go ahead and work your row like we've been doing until we reach the stitch marker, and I'll show you what to do. So I'm nearing my stitch marker, and I'm going to place one double crochet in that stitch next to the stitch marker. After that, I'm just going to remove the stitch marker and place 3 double crochets in this stitch where the stitch marker was. 1, 2, and after making the second one, I'm going to mark my second double crochet to know where my middle is, and place the third one like that. And after that, you're going to go ahead and work one double crochet until you reach the second stitch marker, and I'll meet you there. So I'm at my second stitch marker, and I'm just going to remove it and place 3 double crochets there. 1, 2, and mark my second double crochet, and place my third double crochet of increase like that, and go ahead and make double crochets until the end of the row. I'm at the end of my row, and this is how my work looks like. And I'm starting, which is one, this row is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm starting my 7th row, and my 7th row, after a row of increase, I'm going to just place 1 double crochet in every stitch until we come back to our starting point, which is here. So when we reach the stitch markers, you're not going to place any increases. You're just going to place 1 double crochet, but don't forget to put back your stitch marker so that we know the exact point where we should be making our increases. So our next round is going to be a round of no increase. So we're just going to place 1 double crochet until we come back here, and I'll meet you back. So I'm at the end of my round of no increase, and our next round is going to be a round of increase. So I'm just going to work my double crochets until I get to this stitch marker, and I'll meet you once I'm there. So I'm at my first stitch marker, and I'm going to remove it and place a total of 3 double crochets. 2, mark the second one because that is our middle, and place the third one, and go ahead and work my row until I reach my second stitch marker, where I'll place an increase again, until I complete the row. And I'll meet you once I'm at the end of my row. So I'm at the end of my row of increase, and I forgot to mention this earlier. You are going to take your hips measurement and you're going to divide it by 2. So if you are working with a hip measurement of 40 like I am working with, you're going to divide that 40 by 2 so that it can be 20. And you're going to work your rounds. You're going to work your rounds of increase and no increase. After making a row of increase, the next row is going to be a row of no increase. So you're going to do that until when you measure your work folded in half like this, it is measuring half of your hips measurement. So for me, I'm working with the hips of 40 inches, and if I divide it by 2, that is 20. So I'm going to work my rounds. I'm at 15 now. I'm going to work my rounds until I have a total of 20 inches, and I'll be back. So I'm going to work my rounds of increase and no increase until I have half of my hips measurements. So you're just going to alternate between you're going to alternate rounds of increase and rounds of no increase until you get the half of your hips measurement, and I'll be back. I'll meet you once I'm back with mine. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and worked my rows of increase and rows of no increase, and this is how my work looks like. And I'm just going to measure here so that, yeah. So when I measure my work, it is 18 inches, and I wanted it to reach 20 inches because I'm working with the hip measurement of 40 inches. But 18 is still good because it can stretch to 20 inches. So 18 is good for me. And after here, you're just going to go ahead and work in rounds without making any increase. You're going to work in rounds without making any increase until you get the height of the length of your skirt. And I want my skirt to reach 17 inches, so I'll go ahead and work my skirt until I have a height of 17 inches. For now I'm at 10 inches, so I'll go ahead and work 7 more inches. And yeah, so I'm just going to show you how you will finish your last row, because we can't leave it like this. So when you are done working the height of your skirt, you are going to place your skirt like this so that the seam line is in the middle, and you're going to trace. You're going to trace where the middle of the where we started here. Sorry, you're going to trace where we started here and trace it down like this, and trace it down like so. This is where we started, in the middle. So this is the middle of our work, and I'm just going to undo so that I can have a bit of space here for closing my work. And I'm going to mark that place. I'm going to mark the middle part. Now we are assuming that this is our seam line and we want to close our row when you are done with the height of your project. So you're going to, like when you are 4 stitches, to the middle, like this 1 2 3 4. Yes, when you are left with about 4 stitches to your seam line, to your middle, you are going to go ahead, instead of working a double crochet that like we have been doing, you are going to work 2 half double crochets. You are going to work the first one and the second one in the next. After this, you are going to work a single crochet in the next, like that. And in the last one here, you're going to go ahead and place another single crochet, and then in the exact middle, you're going to place a slip stitch, like that. After that, you're just going to go ahead and chain one and cut off your yarn. So this is how your work is going to look like. This is how we close the row. Yeah, so that is how your work is going to look like, and the rest, the skirt is going to just look like that. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and work my rows, and yeah, and that is it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and thank you. And that is all for today. Bye.